Halo is one of the few games where we still have people playing the 10-year-old game. And Halo was, I think, really special, especially in the United States, as far as how it introduced a lot of people to multiplayer gaming. And with the first Halo, it was a very social experience, physically carrying your Xbox to someone's house, carrying TVs, heavy CRT TVs back in the day.
Pre-Halo and Halo 2, you had to make do with what you had. It was like, okay, we've got these modems, which are tin cans and strings. Now we need to connect them to somehow communicate with each other and then play this game against each other. Now we need a way to talk to each other to set up the play date so that we could murder each other. And it was all these disparate technologies and forums and modems and drivers and operating systems. And it was a delicate nerd dance. You would have to do a 25-minute geek ballet just to get a game synced up to be able to play with someone else. Then when Halo 2 came along, it was really as easy as pushing a button, seeing your friends, and saying, okay, I'm going to shoot you now.
The Xbox first released, I went to my neighbor's house. I didn't get one. My neighbor got one for Christmas, and then he got Halo, and I spent the next 6 days, I think, just at his house the entire time. We just kept playing Halo, and that's all we were doing. And then eventually I ended up buying an Xbox just so we could play Halo.
I played Halo at my friend's house and instantly loved it. I mean, we were throwing plasma grenades at each other for probably 3 hours. And after that, immediately went home to my twin brother, said, all right, we got to pool our money and get an Xbox.
Not only was it a way to kind of hang out with your friends, whether in person or online, but it was also like a legitimate form of competition, right? If you're in school, it was a question of what level is that guy in Halo 2? How good is he?
At first, it was more just to play with my friends. It wasn't anything that was too competitive. But sooner or later, there was a tournament that was close by. It was a local tournament, and I won.
Neighbor on a spree, and check that out. The new sniper coming up. Thank you, Bravo, for the heads up. I'll take the double kill and the triple.
During the time, I think it was 2006, there were pro players that are actually signed to $250,000 contracts. So these kids at my age were making $250,000.
Boost i885 cell phone and a check for $100,000.
Yeah, once I got my first check, my parents were accepting of professional Halo. They're like, okay, you need to start practicing more.
150 teams entered the tournament, hoping to earn a spot in the MLG Championship match. All aggressive, they're charging for the entire time. It was really fun to watch.
He's got one left going to count. It is the headshot going to make it a triple. He's already coming in and scoring in there. And oh my goodness, did you see that? One truck didn't even need to hit that one, and then he picks up the beat down there.
Oh my God, what is it? Let's see if he can just stay on. Mazola pushes it. Ace can finish. Let's see. Ace with the upper hit. $200,000 winner here today. Unbelievable, guys. There you have it. Whoa. Freak. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Look, guys, you all play Halo. That's why you're here. This is the ultimate test of player versus player, lightning fast reflexes, and all around Spartan badassery.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was one of the most incredible matches I've ever seen. I absolutely live for this. Look at the crowd here. They are hyped up. This is Halo!
Jimbo does some damage with the OS. That's going to be a triple kill. 7 to 45. They're bringing it to them. This shotgun is destroying Supremacy at this match. And be happy that, oh my gosh, look at that no scope across the map, and piece by piece they only need 6 more kills, 5 more kills now, there's another player, 4 more kills, and 2 Foxy with the teabag, oh my god! Bit of trouble, but he does have support from his teammates at the moment, just guarding that bottom midsection with that shotgun, 46-48, 2 players though trapped in a corner, this could be bad if a grenade comes in there, 1, can they get, yes they can, they take the lead by 1 kill, Supremacy need 1 more kill, Foxy's got the OS, can he grab the second kill? He's chasing his player, this is dangerous right now. 2 people chasing it, there's Jimbo. Jimbo's in trouble, 2 people. 3 people now coming in on the opposite side. They somehow get it.
So it was not until 2002, a good probably 6 months after we had finished the music, I finally was called into a meeting room at Microsoft and sitting around a table with all these guys. But there was one guy in the room who had dreadlocks and like a white beret and a white suit, and his name is Nile Rodgers. I think he was working with Maroon 5 in New York, and they wouldn't stay in the studio with him. They kept taking breaks, and he found out they were taking breaks and wasting time playing Halo, this new game. And they said, yeah, Niall, you gotta see this game, it's so cool. And Niall looks at him playing and he goes, yeah, but what's that music? He was the first guy who said, I want to have a company that releases game soundtracks. And he wanted Halo to be the first one.
I remember loving that soundtrack so much that I bought the soundtrack to a video game. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody goes like, oh, I want to hear the MIDI music from old PC games. No. But Halo was so iconic that you could release a soundtrack and I would buy it and I would listen to it in my car while not getting laid, ever. I love that song. And when the the moment that kicks in, you're like, yes, let's go.
You know, that score is just, you hear that and just immediately you're there. You're in Master Chief's helmet and you're living it.
It immersed you and you felt like you were put in this world, and that's why there's such an emotional connection. That music became your music.
No, that's not it. Yeah, that's I was dating a girl at the time, and whenever she heard the Halo theme, I could hear every door in my house slam because she knew I was gonna be playing Halo for 4 hours.
Joe Staten, our writer, came to me and said, yeah, Marty, we need something. We're doing it on Tuesday, and this is Friday. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So I said, okay, so it's just gonna be music. I'm gonna give you a CD. Somebody hits play on the CD. Jason's gonna go up on stage and hit the space bar on the scripted demo. And we're just gonna cross our fingers and hope that all this stuff comes together. I asked Joe, all right, what's the emotional tone? What's the story we're trying to tell? And he goes, I don't know, but it needs to be ancient, epic, and mysterious. I'm like, okay, ancient, epic, mysterious. So I called up my partner, Mike, and I said, Mike, I'm gonna come over. We need to figure out a way to do music. We're gonna record on Monday with an orchestra and some singers, but I don't know what we're recording yet. So this is, I believe, a Saturday, and we're recording on Monday. So on the way to his house, I'm driving over, and I'm like, okay, ancient, epic, mysterious. Well, ancient, Gregorian chant monks singing. So I made up a melody while I was in the car. I came up with the whole melody in about the half hour it took me to drive to Mike's house. I walk in, I said, Mike, okay, we're gonna do big epic orchestra, but we're gonna start with monks singing and we're gonna end with monks singing, and that'll give us this nice epic ancient feel. And Mike's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, and what is this thing about monks? Really? Okay, cool.
Jason got up and pressed the button to start it, and if you watch the video very closely, you can watch Jason take a massive inhale of breath right before he hits okay, because there was one bug that would have just really been bad if it happened at that moment. So it was a heart-wrenching, exciting time for everybody, but literally that was the first time we'd shown it to anybody. It was on stage, the Javits in New York, in this huge public forum. This was a time where big, expansive environments weren't seen too often, certainly in sort of the shooter space, which had been very corridor-focused for a long time. If you remember the demo, it started off indoors, pretty typical, but right in the middle of the demo, we took you outside in that moment of transition, and the camera panned up to show you the sun and the vista. And I think at that point, everybody who was watching and afterwards realized, wait, this is a step change in what we expect from a typical shooter.